Good morning, guys. How are you? Good morning. Are you good? So it is Workout Wellness Wednesday, and I hope you're good. So I'm about to grab my hoop. We're going to do the daily hoop and chat, so I hope you're ready for that. I'm going to talk to you about lots of things while we're hooping, but something I'm going to particularly talk about is sleep issues, magnesium, and obviously for perimenopausal, menopausal people, what am I saying? Women. It's not people, is it at all? Yeah, so you ready for that? So anyone that's got a hoop, grab your hoop and off we go. So a few of you asked me about what I'm using. This is a Power Hoop Deluxe. You can get them from powerhoop.com. I don't get any money for selling these, so there's nothing in it for me. I just love it. It's really, really good. For me, I use this not only to activate my core muscles, help me strengthen my core, it's clinically proven to reduce your waist to hip ratio, and most of you know that having your waist to hip ratio, your waist smaller than your hips, is very, very good for your health. When you've got a lot of stuff around the midsection, it's quite detrimental to your health. All right, so that's just something to think about. Also, I do it because I bloat quite easily, and when I use this, it seems to relieve that. It massages out my digestive system. So that's a few reasons why I hoop. Also, I find it hard staring into the camera going, hello. I find it easier if I'm doing something. All right, so I'm going to put the hoop on. I'm going to go to my left first today. Some of you have commented that you can do it one way and not the other. It's totally normal, all right? But you've got to do both sides, otherwise you'll end up bent over like a banana. So I place my hoop on my lower back. Look, it's in contact with my back. I'm holding this hoop. Can you see exactly halfway round? That really helps. I'm going to put my left leg forward because I'm going to go to the left. I'm going to turn it to the right and launch, and off I go. Now, obviously I have tightened up my core muscles. So the worst thing you could do is be pushing against your abdominal wall or pushing against the hoop. You want to imagine you're shrinking your core muscles, your flesh, your muscles, your body fat, whatever, to squeeze around your spine. And then if you can see, I'm not really moving that much. I'm literally just rocking, a gentle rock forward and back. Now, I've told this story loads of times, but some of you might be listening to me for the first time, so I'll tell you again. When I was a child, I couldn't hula hoop for the life of me. I couldn't do it. I would literally be standing there, like, waving myself around and could not get that hoop up at all. And even as an adult, the only reason I can do this is a weighted hoop. So you've got the momentum, and then obviously the weight this is pushing this round, and that's why it works so well. But it's a really simple thing that you can do to, just add up to daily movement. So it's really, really good. So that's why I'm doing the hoop, all right? And like I said, it's easier because I can chat away to you as well. The one I'm using is called the Power Hoop Deluxe. You can put little metal weights in it, by the way. I'm using mine completely unweighted. It's just the natural weight of the hoop, and I can really feel this. So that might be worth thinking about. If you bruise easily, if you're quite sensitive to bruising, or you're very slim, there's one actually called a Power Hoop Slim, and it's a softer material. It hasn't got these wavy things on this, so that might be an option for you as well. Yeah, kids hoops, no, you can hula hoop with them, of course you can, but they don't have quite the same impact as using a weighted hoop. So again, just something to think about. Anyway, how are you? Are you all good? Are you doing a workout today for Workout Wednesday? I've just finished mine with my online group this morning. We just did half an hour AAA, arms and abs. I love that class. This morning we used dumbbells, we used gliders, and we used resistance bands. Now, if anyone's listening to that and thinking, oh God, I can't work, I haven't got any of that, don't worry. When I'm teaching, I teach it in a way that it's accessible to everybody. So whether you've got all that equipment or not, you can do it. So if you ever want to come and join me, come and join me. I'd love to have you. But that's good, that's set me up for the day. It's good. Wellness. So what are you doing today towards your physical and emotional health and wellness? What are you doing? So mine, if I'm absolutely honest with you, is I've done my workout for the day. I normally teach tonight as well. I normally teach I normally teach about 3 classes tonight, but I've just come back off a holiday and everybody's head doesn't seem to be in the game with the classes. So I'm not even teaching tonight, I'm actually done for the day. So I've done my workout, so that's my physical wellness. Now my mental well-being today is going to be tricky. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. And when I say I've been up, I mean I've literally been up in the house, awake. So, I want to talk to you about this. Do any of you suffer from insomnia? I unfortunately, when I hit perimenopause, and I've told some of you before, I started being perimenopausal at age 34, so quite young. The average age for menopause and stuff is, I think it's 51 now. But anyway, I was 34 and I had 10 years of perimenopausal hell. And when I say hell, I mean, I had everything from the extreme hot flashes to anxiety, to my hair snapping, my teeth fracturing, my skin changing, my nails coming up, breaking off, bone pain, joint pain in general, horrific emotional roller coaster, and also insomnia, really bad insomnia. I used to go for a stage, I used to get up about 1 o'clock every morning and actually had to come downstairs and watch telly till about 5 a.m. because nothing I did could help me sleep. So I went through that for quite a long time. Now, pretty much good. So between, I actually do take HRT. I'm lucky enough to be able to take that, it works for me. But I have very strict sleep hygiene put in place to help me sleep. But you know what I started doing when I went on holiday? I didn't take my magnesium tablets with me, and that's obviously the missing piece to the puzzle that allows me to sleep well. So unfortunately, that wonderful holiday, especially my newbies, new followers, you followed me from those reels, there I was in Thailand, doing my exercise in a bikini, but what you didn't know is I wasn't sleeping. I had broken sleep. I'd get up 3-4 times. I stayed in bed, but since I've been home, an accumulation of jet lag and not having had my magnesium tablets for 3.5 weeks has really taken a toll. So since I've been home, yesterday I was up from 4 o'clock in the morning, this morning 3 a.m. up, terrible. I'm going to stop hooping and go the other side, I've been going wild, sorry guys. So I'm going to catch my hoop. When I just catch the hoop, if you've got false nails on, or really long nails, you don't want to catch the hoop like that. You want to put your legs together and let the hoop drop, okay? Also, you can see I'm adjusting my top. When you're hooping, your top goes up. So when you're not doing it like I'm doing it, tuck your top in your knickers or pants. It doesn't look pretty, but it's so much better than your top's rising up. Okay, I'm going to do the other side, of course. Off I go again. Yeah, so I'm back on my magnesium tablets, but unfortunately I've obviously depleted that. And did you know that a massively high percentage of women are magnesium deficient? And magnesium, it's not just for sleep, it can be for brain clarity, it can go towards your heart health, your bone health, inflammation. I mean, my God, if there was nothing else, I would say to you, take a magnesium supplement. You know, and I'm literally the standing proof here. You might think, oh, she looks all right. Honestly, you want to see the state of me before I've been teaching. Obviously, I've got all my endorphins and everything flying around my body at the moment, so I'm fine. But, oh my God, honestly, 3 o'clock this morning, I'm down here in the kitchen. The chihuahuas were like, Mum, what's going on? They were not happy. It's just really bad. So I'm really tired. So for my mental and emotional well-being today, I'm probably actually going to have a nap, which I don't like doing. It's really important with your circadian rhythm. It's really important to go to bed and get up at the same time every day. So even at the weekend, like I teach some classes at the weekend, they're early ones. On a Saturday I teach at 8, and on a Sunday I teach at 8:15. And people go, oh, I really want to come, but I like laying at the weekend, Emma. It's actually the worst thing you can do. You're actually better sticking to that sleep to wake routine. Now, obviously, I've just been in Thailand, which is 7 hours in front of here. So I'm all over the place. My body doesn't know where it's coming or going. And that's a lack of my magnesium. Honestly, I'm struggling like mad. So I just thought I'd put that out there and ask you guys, how old are you? Talk to me, put it in the comments, I'd love to know. How old are you? Are you perimenopausal, menopausal, or postmenopausal? And as I say, if any of you watch me go, I'm too young for that, remember what I said, 34 years old, I started all of that rubbish. You know, and I call it rubbish, it's bloody awful, it really is. But with the right help, underpinning everything else with your nutrition, your exercise, your lowering your stress, your sleep, your hydration, it's all pieces of a puzzle that come together. And then if you're a person that is able to take HRT, take it, guys. I know some of you can't, and for those of you, I'm so sorry that I've just said that, because I know it must be really frustrating. But if you can take it, I'm a bit one of those people that got a headache, doesn't even think to take headache tablets. It's only when I've got a migraine I think, oh God, why didn't I take a tablet? I'm not really that way. So when I was menopausal, I was like, oh yes, I'm going to do it naturally. Oh, how naive was I? What an idiot. There's nothing natural about the menopause. And if you say, well, half the population goes through it, Emma, it is natural. It's not. It's some evil joke that probably a man came up with. It's awful. It is absolutely crap. And you can do so much to underpin your health, and honestly, it goes together. HRT isn't the holy grail, guys. If you're taking HRT, but you're not exercising and looking after yourself nutritionally, lowering your stress and sleeping well, your HRT won't be able to do its job as well either. It all comes together. It's all pieces of a puzzle, and it's really, really, really important. You know, some people do sail through it and don't seem to have any problems, but more and more, it just seems to be affecting people more. I don't know if it's because our generation, and when I say our generation, you guys know I've just turned 52. You've grown up in that generation where, you know, fast food started coming in with Wimpy, McDonald's, stuff like that. You know, snacking came in, finger of fudge, Freddo frogs, that sort of thing. And very much when I was growing up, my more informative years and teenage years, it was all low fat. Everything was low fat, which was actually a shitstorm of chemicals. So that's kind of silly, because naturally occurring fats, healthy fats, are really important for our brain health and balance our hormones. So, you know, I wonder if historically it's also got to do with all of that as well. And that's why I just wondered how old you guys are. And I'm wondering if it affects us more because we've sort of grown up in that time. I don't know, I'm not sure, it's just something to think about. Anyway, I'm going to stop hooping because, as you can hear, I'm really passionate about this subject that I'm talking about. And I just think sort of women's health and fitness, we need as much help as we can. Now, obviously, if there's any guys watching me, don't be put off, guys. But this is beneficial to you because you have women in your life. That might be a wife, it might be a sister, it might be your mum. It could be anybody. You have got women in your life. And for guys, if you can support the women in your life when they're going through perimenopause, menopause, be really, really helpful, and it would make your life easier as well. Yeah, so it's not, you know, it's important that everybody knows about it. Anyway, that got a bit heavy, didn't it? Sorry about that. As I say, lack of sleep. I'm feeling a little bit deepened, whatever today. So hopefully you've hooped. The other thing I want to say to you is I've been putting up a lot saying about if you want to work with me. All I want to say first is thank you for following me. Thank you. That's absolutely fabulous. But if you're following me and you're thinking, oh, I like her, some of you won't. Some of you be like, don't like her, you won't be following me. Some of you will. I think it's really important that when you're training with somebody, you kind of, they get you or you get them. You know, it makes a difference. So if you do, and you would like to work with me, I've put up a few little posts up. There's loads of ways you can work with me. You can work with me online. You can work with me face to face. You can do classes. You can do personal training. And I've got a brand new course coming up, or membership I should say, called MenoFit, the membership. So those of you who've been following me and been listening, I've been doing the course MenoFit. I absolutely love that course. We found that a lot of the girls who've been doing that with me want more. They don't just want a short course and then thrown out there with all the healthy habits that we've given. They want that continuous support and accountability. So I'm doing a new membership starting on the 1st of March, and we're literally going to have a monthly membership that you can stay in forever if you want, and we just keep it going the whole time. I don't know about you guys, you know, you set good intentions and you do slip. You do. Even when you know what you're doing. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I generally practice what I preach. But every so often, you know, I might have a little nighttime nibble, which then affects my sleep and everything else. You know, just little things. Hydration, that's the best one. I'm always saying, drink more water, drink more water. It does everything from lubricating your joints, supporting your blood pressure, keeping it steady, to making you, you know, your brain being able to function more, to how you look. And sometimes, you know, I go a whole day and I'm like, oh my God, I've only done a litre of water. What the hell was I thinking? So we all slip up occasionally. So I think where I was going with that is the MenoFit membership, it's going to be accountability and support all the way through, like every day. And that's kind of quite a nice membership that maybe you want to do PT, but financially PT is just a step too far. You want to do fitness with me, but you want more than just a class. So the MenoFit is somewhere in the middle. That's quite a nice way of doing it. But saying that, You might not want to pay for anything, you just might want to do the free daily challenge, and that's cool too. So if you want to do that, make sure you've checked in and done the daily challenge today. Thank you so much for listening to me. That was meant to be about 4 minutes, and I think I've done about 15. So what can I say? So Instagram, I'm going to say goodbye to you now. I'm going to read back over any comments and reply to you. So thank you anybody who's talked to me. So I'll see you guys later. And then my little Facebook crew, what we got on here? Let's have a little peep quick. Oh, there's lots of you there. Thanks for watching. I'm surprised you're still there with me chewing your ears off, but there you go. What we got? Oh, Jacqueline Caldwell. Okay, so no hot flushes, but weight gain, yeah. Do you know what? So many people say that. I mean, the hot flushes were like, oh my God. And until you've experienced them as well. I used to soak the bed and get up in the middle of the night from going really hot to being cold in my own sweat and having to put a towel on the bed because you can't strip the bed in the middle of the night when your husband's in it. It was awful. And then you'd get them when you're out. I remember going to the cinema with my husband, standing in the queue and having this hot flush from hell. And the girl behind me actually gave me a hairband. I mean, how kind was that? And she said, oh, my mum's going through it. And I honestly, I could have kissed her because just to tie my hair up and get it away from me was like, oh, it was great. The midsection weight gain, yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. We're all different. Some of us carry weight around our middle and some people carry it around their hips and thighs. I'm more of a hips and thighs girl. I've always had sort of a smaller waist but a much bigger bum. So when I was younger, trying to get things to fit my waist but also get my legs and bum in it were really, really hard. But I did get some midsection weight gain when I was going through it all. And I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, this is a really bad joke. So not only do I carry weight on my bum and thighs, now I've got it on my middle. But to be fair, I pretty much got a grip on that fairly quickly, just through education and knowledge. And I've spent a lot of time and money on educating and qualifying myself to be able to help other people, because I wanted to help myself, but I wanted other women not to have to go through the absolute hell that I went through. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking now because it's getting really heavy, isn't it? Thank you for watching. If you want any more help, you want to know about any more working with me, classes, MenoFit, the daily challenge, please drop me a message or put it in the comments. I'll always get back to you. And the daily challenge crew, make sure you check in today. And I'll see you soon. Bye, girls.